Hello guys, this is Brian Wentz of UB Fit, and today we're going to be talking about how to activate your glutes. Now, last video we talked about your adductors and internal femoral rotation. Today we're going to be talking about your abductors and external femoral rotation. So yet again, external femoral rotation, we're talking about our femur, the bone in our thigh. We're talking about rotating them out. So that's external femoral rotation. Abduction is just the opposite of adduction. So instead of coming together, we're going to be standing here, standing close together, and then we're going to go and push out. So I'm taking my foot away from the midline, so away from the center of my body. Now, I want you guys to do this next bit with me. So I don't care where you are, I don't care if you're at home on your desk, I don't care if you're at work, I don't care if you're in Starbucks. Everyone stand up, and what we're going to do is we're going to be shoulder width apart, feet straight. This is going to be important, feet straight. And we're going to now go down in a squat. We're going to hold, and then from here, you notice my knees are either right above my ankle or a little bit in, and then what I'm going to do while I'm holding this is I'm just going to push them out while keeping my feet still straight. Don't let them turn out, and then, like I said, just push them out like such. And so this is just external femoral rotation, and if you do this correctly, if you have good glute activation, then you should feel your glutes activating, because that's what they want to do. Now, if you don't feel that, either A, your feet position is a little improper, or you don't have the mobility to really push them out as much, or you don't have great glute activation quite yet. And one way to see is if you squat, wide stance, or deadlift, wide stance all the time, you're gonna lose a lot of glute activation, because when you're wide out here, and if you try that, and then you push out, I'll still kind of feel it. I'm still trying to push those knees out, I'll still feel it a little bit, but not as much as if we were shoulder width, feet straight, and then go down and push out. Now I feel that a lot more, because I'm able to get a lot more rotation. So that's gonna be the key to this video. Now, when we talk about that external femoral rotation, we went over glute exercises that you are doing wrong. And one of those exercises is a fire hydrant. And that is, again, that external rotation. That's a great exercise for activating your glutes and getting a good glute activation if done right. The other one are crab walks. Crab walks are when, yet again, you are going down in a squat with the band and you go side to side and side to side while pushing those knees out and leading with those knees. So those are both great exercises for activating your glutes. Today I'm going to show you two exercises that you can do that everyone should be very familiar with, or at least have seen before, that will now, with a little bit of a help, a little bit of a tool, we're going to be able to help activate our glutes a whole lot more. So for the first exercise, it's going to be a goblet squat. Now, already, if we're trying to push our knees out, right, get that external rotation to help activate our glutes, I'm going to have a band around my knees. And before I even pick up the weight I want to show you, before I go down in a squat, I'm going to push those knees out, right, like such. Again, not allowing that to happen with my ankles, not allowing my feet to come off the ground, and not allowing them to turn out. So what helps with that is, while my feet are on the floor, I'm going to actually try to grab the floor. So if my hands are on my feet, I'm going to try to grab the floor like that. So I'm trying to grab the floor and lock it down and squeeze, all right? So now with the weight, I'm gonna hold it like such. So this is a goblet squat. You can do this with the back squat as well. Just make sure you're using a whole lot less of weight than you normally do, and try to make sure you have a spotter or one of the safety bars on your side. So again, before I go down, push my knees out. So before I go down, push my knees out, and then I'm going to squat, pause, and then come up. And the reason why I pause, that helps me understand how to properly activate my glutes, make sure I'm focusing on that. Whereas if I just go out and then down, well, now I kind of just bounce, right? And that's good if you're trying to hit a PR, but if I'm trying to focus on proper activation, I want to control, pause, and then focus on squeezing at the bottom all the way through to the top. That's a goblet squat made better through proper glute activation thanks to a band. All right, now for the second exercise I'm going to show you, it's going to be a hex bar deadlift. Now, so notice you don't have hex bars at your gym, and that's fine. You can use regular deadlift. I just like the hex bar a little better because now I don't have to worry about pushing into my forearms as much. I can just worry about pushing my knees out. So it's going to be the same idea as the goblet squat. I'm going to make sure that before I come up, I'm going to be pushing my knees out. But instead of being at the top, pushing my knees out, I'm going to set up at the bottom, hinge, so make sure my knees are right above my ankles, hips back, push my knees out, so I should already feel my glutes being active, and then make sure, of course, it's chest up, squeeze my shoulder blades, get rid of the slack, right, and then come up, and make sure when I'm up at the top, right, I don't want to see that, right, and I don't want to see the knees going in, right, so pushed out, squeeze my glutes, down, and up, right, feel great. Glute activation, a little bit more. Again, shouldn't be too noticeable, but it should be noticeable that you do feel a lot more glute activation through a band rather than just by itself. And it'll help you, again, get that mind-muscle connection for when you're doing without a band to understand, hey, I need to push out. So that way, when you do your lifts and try to PR, you won't need the band, you'll already do it, and you'll see a lot better improvement, less back pain, so on and so forth. All right, guys, hopefully you're able to take away what you learned today into the gym with our external femoral rotation. And hopefully you're able to feel the glute activation. Hopefully you did that exercise, that bit in the beginning. Make sure if you didn't, go and do that when you have a chance so you really understand, hey, what are you trying to feel when you're doing squats, deadlifts, and other lower extremity exercises that you want the glutes to be active, but you may not feel it all the time. Make sure if you have any questions, leave in the comment section down below. If you have any suggestions for future videos, also leave in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it so your friends and family can learn from it as well. If you want to see more future content, hit subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notified of it. This has been Brian Wentz of UB Fit. I hope you have a good day.